to commend each and every one of you regarding the weather condition outside, but still, you have taken and made your duty this morning to be here in Satsang as we glorify the name of Bhagwan Prabhu in the form of beautiful kirtans on all the beautiful mantras that we recited by Panditji, and you have done the puja very lovingly for all of us so that we can clearly understand. As we join in prayers this morning, we ask and we give thanks to the Divine Father, Bhagwan Prabhu, Lord, for gracing each and every one with these beautiful blessings this morning, that out of bed we can be here in Satsang, as this is the best place where we can be to charge this inner part of our body, spiritual body, that by whose grace and blessings we can be able to move on with our lives. In one of the most simplest form, we ask each and every one of you as we clasp our hands, as we join in Pratna, as we pray to the Divine God, Bhagwan Prabhu, the creator, the giver, the taker of this beautiful universe that we live in. Siddhi Namo morning will take us into Katha, where we listen to a beautiful discussion with two brothers. And this discussion is with Bhagwan Ram and younger brother Lakshman. And what is telling us that sometimes we do say things which is not proper, and sometimes we say things so fast, but then on the other hand, when we regret, it is hard to say that how are you going to take that back. But for most of us, we know that saying something hurtful to someone, I think it's more bad when somebody get a cut on their body. Because this is something someone may say to you, and at the end they may say that, you know what, I'm going to forgive you for that. But time after time, you don't forget. You don't forget. And what happening here in Qatar, it is telling us that this was the moment when our great Lord Bhagwan Ram was leaving for Ayodhya. And we are very familiar with these Qatar. And what was happening here, that we know that Lakshman in this family is the one that is the hasty one. And he's the one that can have anger very fast. And the conversation that was going on here, when Bhagwan Ram rectified this discussion to his brother, it is an example for each and every man to follow. And as we get into Katha, it tells us that as Bhagwan Ram was getting ready to leave Ayodhya to go to the forest, and we all know why he was going, that he was going to fulfill the promise that was made by his father to the stepmother Kaikeyi. And the younger brother Lakshman, he was very much annoyed of this situation, and he was very much upset as well. And what he had said, that this is injustice. These are the words that he has said. And whatever this stepmother is doing, she is just upholding one word as a wicked woman. These are the words of Lakshman. And Lakshman said that why she is doing this, because she wants to wreak vengeance into our family. And it was then, after Lakshman said these words, it was then that Bhagwan Ram, he stepped in and he cautioned him, he hugged him, and he told him, and whatever Bhagwan Ram will explain to Lakshman, these are great words. And this is words that were preached by Bhagwan Ram. And it is a great opportunity that we can able to listen to this katha so we can follow the example. And these are very philosophical words, very spiritual words, teaching us all about spiritualism. And the words that was mentioned by Lakshmanji, listen, it tells us in a beautiful, beautiful chopai. I shall destroy, these are the words of Lakshmanji, that I shall destroy each and every one with this bow and arrow that I have in my hand. Each and every one of you who is trying to cause problems, hurdles. And when Lakshmanji has mentioned these words, Bhagwan Ram moved towards Lakshmanji and he gave him a hug. And he told him that, my brother, my younger brother, that you are like a genius. You are like a tiger within this family, this Ragu's line. And you are very brave. And you, Lakshman, also is a very great well-wisher for me, your brother Ram. And whatever you have just said, Lakshman, it is the fact whatever you have said. But, my brother, it is not the proper time. These are the words of Bhagwan Ram to Lakshman. That when you are in anger, when you are in passion, you say things. And this we have noticed, this we have seen time after time, that man, we do make mistakes. But to correct that mistake, it's not that easy. That he said to Lakshman that the effort that you have put and everything that you have said, devotees of God, these are the words, and listen carefully, that this kingdom, all of us, we have our kingdom. We leave our kingdom and we come to this beautiful place of worship this morning. We have our home. And he said that that kingdom that we have, that I'll be leaving this kingdom and going to Ayodhya. This will not go with me. This doesn't mean anything to me. These are the words of Bhagwan Ram. And you see this that we have here? I can see it visibly with my eyes. And even this body that God has given to us, my friends, devotees of God, this body that God has given to us, this is all temporary. But man, in these days, how far do we see this? That what we have, the kingdom that we have, the material things that we have, how far do we see it in these days? Even that this body that God has given to us, we must accept that this is all given to us for only a period of time. You know this beautiful bhajan, this beautiful Geet tells us, Aaye bhi akela, jaye bhi akela. Very popular bhajan. That Bhagwan Prabhu allow us, and for each and every one of us, we have worked very, very hard to have this beautiful human body. And this is the highest class of form that we know. And all the 84 million, thousand, whatever number may be, you know this. We were each and every single one before we have this. But we have to accept that these are all given to us only for a period of time. As the Gita tells us, Bhagwan Prabhu brought us into this world, and we come alone. And how will we leave? We will leave alone. And everything that we have materially, that will stay. Even our loved ones will only go up to an extent with us. And at this moment we know that. With this present time that we're living in, not everybody can go where you're going to see that one individual going to press that button for us. So, what are we doing at this moment? And this is the best place to be. We can't be here every day. But whenever we have the opportunity to come to satsang, to go to a place of worship, we must make that our priority. Because we have the opportunity where we can dress this outer part. And all the opportunities that are given to us to build the inner part of us, we must take that opportunity. Because if you go and you start a project physically, you go and you build the foundation, you put the posts up and everything to do your construction. And if you go back 10 years after, devotees of God, that will not be the same. The color will change, who knows, bushes may take it over. But as you're in satsang here today, and you come back 4 months from now, whatever you have put in today, devotees of God, spiritually, it never go anywhere, it never changes. And when you come back 4 or 5 months after, you add more on top of that, you add more on top of that. But these are the things, when I say spiritually, these are the things that we don't see. Material things we see, material things we go after, but spiritually, we don't see. But to be in place of worship, to be in satsang, to go at your puja place at home, those are the places we must make time for. And for all material things that Bhagwan Ram continues conversation, that my brother, everything that we have, these are comfort for us to enjoy material life. And they are all very temporary. If when it's sunny outside, we go for a walk, we can see our shadow. If there is no sun, we can't see our shadow. It is temporary. And this life that God has given to us, how many of us see it in this way? That this life is just like a drop of water hanging on the tip of a leaf. And all of us, we know, if we take a drop of water and we put it on something that's very, very hot, what happened to the water? It just disappeared right away. Bhagwan Ram continued with this conversation, and we all notice that frogs, what frogs like to eat? Frogs like to eat flies, right? Frogs, they eat flies. And what like to eat frogs? Snake, right? So this is just a little he has. And these are the things that we go after. This is an example for all of us. The fly is sitting there. The frog is there to go get the fly, right? But right behind that frog, he didn't see that a snake is also waiting for him. So the story is that we all go for the comfort of life. We run for the comfort of life. We run for material things. This is the explanation that Bhagwan Ram is given to Lakshman. That whatever you say is right, but every single thing that you see in front of you is just only for comfort. That we see comfort in front of us. Sickness, pains is after us. And still, we continue for the comfort, not knowing that who is behind us? Time. Time is behind us. That we all have to leave all the comforts and go. But still, the word is called death. It's just waiting to grab us. How far and how much do we see that? And what surprises man, my friends, devotees of God? We all suffer so much. Let me put it this way. We indulge in very many different kind of activities. And the action that we perform day and night, the ones that we want to get after, is all just because of the organ of this body. Isn't that true? And for all of us, we know what's inside of us. Our mind is so chanchal that we can be here, but our thoughts can be somewhere else. But if we can simply realize, my friends, devotees of God, if we can very simply realize that this outer part is so much different than what we have inside of us, that soul that we carry within us, the Atma, we must believe that that is our true identity. This is nothing we know. And what's inside of us is the true identity of each and every one of us. And how can we derive that, devotees of God? How can we derive that? How we cannot believe that this inner part of us, it is what we're supposed to take care of. Because when someone passed on, devotees of God, it tells us it's a new era. But this is what we don't see. It's a new beginning. But what do we tell ourselves? What do we say within the family? That we are so hurt. We are so sad. That we lost a loved one. We have to be sad. Because we were so much loved, we were so much connected. And because of the love and the togetherness we share, that we are human beings, it hurts. It's hurt. And most of the time, you might have heard that, we used to say, or we have to say, this is life that we have to accept. But when we lose someone that is very dear and near to us, we tell ourselves that, how are we going to accept? Just because of love and the togetherness that we share. These were the conversation was going on from Bhagwan Ram to Lakshman, that the contact that we have with one another, as I just said, the relationship that we have with our mother, our father, our brother, our sister, relatives, the connection that we have is all just temporary, just like we all go somewhere as we come. Very simple, as we come here this morning to Mandir, after Mandir finishes, where we go? We all take our own directions. Everything that we have, it is just for a time only, devotees of God. And it says to Lakshman that, my brother, it is very evident that worldly pleasure is all just temporary. It's just like as I mentioned, if you go outside, you will see a shadow when the sun is. And when there is no sun, you won't see a shadow. Everything is just temporary for all of us. And our life, we all know that is very, very minimal and very short. But in spite of this, what do? We as human beings, we go after material happiness, and we still don't think about the griefs, the distress, the sorrows, the troubles, the tribulation that we face in this world. We just treat it as a dream. But it says that when you put whatever we have inside of us, spiritually, in front of us, then you can consider yourself as true, and you are following your true self. And you will not find that you want to indulge in material activities. That this life, this day, this age is steadily wasting, my friends, devotees of God, shortening, coming to an end. Just as the sun come and go, the night come and go, the day follow one another in the same pattern. But if we continue to go after material things, what relationship are we building spiritually? What relationship are we building? It says that old age is taking us down by the seconds. And this is the opportunity now that we have, that we can able to build what's inside of us spiritually. As we go into Katha, let's listen to these beautiful words of Bhagwan Ram. Sri Ram Jai Ram. body, these are the individuals that consider themselves that, you know what, I am famous, that I am the king. That when you have egoistic qualities in you, you have this abhiman, you have this pride in you. Remember why this conversation is going on, because the words that were spoken by Lakshman, that the Lord will not say this in one word and conclude. These are examples for man to follow. That whenever you have egoistic qualities, you have that abhiman, you have that pride, that, oh Lakshman, my brother, think deeply, and then you should say words of those sort. Because the individual, the being that you are planning, that you wanted to destroy, is an individual as yourself. And how this is created, devotees of God, this is made out of flesh and bones. So that, how can you be to use word that is so hasty? That, again, you should realize that, Lakshman, this has nothing to do but what is inside of us. So that false mistakes are made, but corrections are hard. Mistakes are made, but corrections are very hard. And as I mentioned earlier, you may forgive, but sometimes you don't forget. You have to think that what is inside of us that counts. That is Atma within us. This is what we need to support. That anything physically, we have to remember that it is just temporary. That this physical body is just a true identity of who we are at this present moment. That whatever inside of us is that pure consciousness, which we all have to have, that self-realization. And with that, when we can have that true self-realization, we can able to have true knowledge, true wisdom, and anything, the word ignorance that used, that anything, ignorance, these are the ignorance that we have within us that causes worldly pain, are the passion, the anger, the hatred, the jealousy. But again, we have to understand, true knowledge comes where we can realize that devotees of God, whatever is within us. And to seek for emancipation, devotees of God, it tells us to strive for salvation, for strive for betterment spiritually, that we have within us. We have to have that true knowledge, wisdom. And Lakshman, my brother, if we can able to vanish all these enemies, and this is an example for you and I, each and every one of us as man, if we can vanish these great enemies that I've mentioned, lust, anger, hatred, passion, jealousy, etc. And these are the enemies, devotees of God, that create obstacles and hindrances in the lives of each and every one of us. And out of anger, my friends, devotees of God, he says maliciousness are very significant when you have hatred, passion. And these are great obstacles. And again, if we want to obtain emancipation, we have to dispel of these habits. And you know, it's mentioned clearly here, whenever we can control anger, whenever we can control hatred, passion, devotees of God, what do? We can destroy our family. We How many times we listen that mother and father have get taken, have get destroyed by their own children? Because of what? Because of anger, because of passion. And these are the root causes. And it says when we have these attitudes in us, we want to go for vengeance. We want to go for material stuff. And when we go for material stuff, we don't care who it belongs to. But when we have anger, hatred, and passion, this is how we end. And in this evil anger in this world, we do things to strive to go to the God. But at the end, Vishnu Ram says to his brother that physically, this kingdom and everything that you can see, that is only given to us for a period of time. That your words was true, but life cannot go on in this manner. Things has to change. And when you can get afraid of these abhiman in you, then the result will be that you are seeking righteousness, you are seeking God, and you are seeking your dharma. So forsake your anger, my dear brother. Forsake your anger. And for all of us as man, anger takes us to do so many things which we do regret afterwards. But my friends, the devotees of God, we should have that control. And we should able to think before we say. In conclusion, this bhajan tells us, today we as human beings, we live in darkness. Though this light is so bright in this temple, we say that we still live in darkness. Why? Because the Katha just tells us the knowledge that we were supposed to seek, the knowledge that we were supposed to seek, we leave that knowledge behind, and we are seeking for material gains. We ask of you, Bhagavan, Prabhu, Lord, that every step that we take, every word that we say, Bhagavan, Prabhu, fight so many things that are blocking our way as we want. And this is what we need, that we can be able to seek true knowledge. And with true knowledge, we can be able to have that peace. Peace, we can be able to have that bliss. We can be able to have calmness in our mind or hearts. And there is one word that we use as calm denu. Calm denu, meaning that celestial calm, blessings, which we can be able to have. And when we can be able to have that blessings, we all can be able to have all our desires fulfilled. So with my few words to you this morning, I would like to leave that with you. As we celebrating birthday today, to all these individuals who celebrating their birthday, Pidaji Joe, Bahenji Devi, and Baiji Mahendra, and for any one of us and our little Anthony here who is celebrating birthday today, we pray to the Divine Father Bhagavan Bapu to continue to bless them, and may all their desires fulfill. May they all go from strength to strength with good health and strength, and continue to bless them to be those loving and wonderful people who they are. Let's sing along as we celebrate their birthday. Shiva bam 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 bola bajave damaru. Shiva bam 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 bola bajave damaru. happy birthday to each and every one of you. At this point in time, I ask each and every one of you as we kindly stand, as we join in our final arati for this morning. Yani tani kapapani janmantar kritani cha tani tani vinashanti parashrani hare. withdraw your hands, we are not praying only for ourselves, devotees of God, but we are praying for each and every one who have wanted to be here but cannot make it here. As we pray this morning, we are not praying for ourselves, devotees of God, we are praying for family that are going through the pains of losing a loved one. We pray for families that have sick ones, whether they are home or in the hospital, Bhagwan Prabhu. We pray to you, Lord, that you have saved this entire universe on many, many occasions. That we ask of you, Bhagwan Prabhu, as we join our hands, we bow to you. We ask of you, Bhagwan Prabhu, that any sickness, sorrow, pain, sufferings within any one of our family members, may it all removes, as we ask of you, Bhagwan Prabhu, that mistake that we have made, knowing or unknowingly, that may it all remove. And you continue to shine that light as we take each and every brand new step towards your, that you are creating for us. We ask of you, Bhagwan Prabhu, for your continued grace and blessings, that whatever part of the world that we people are having disaster, some may not have food to eat, where flood is happening, we ask of you, Bhagwan Prabhu, that your presence be here and help them to heal. Family that have sick ones in the hospital, we ask of you, Bhagwan Prabhu, whether home or hospital, that as we sing your glories, we ask of you, Lord, Bhagwan Prabhu, that may the vibrations of this plasma travel to where we are. As we ask of you, Lord, continue to grace us with blessings, guidance, and protection as we pray. Om Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bhanda Hamburg to each and every one of you. Hope your week be very fruitful, productive. And to all our viewers, can be wherever, whatever place you are viewing us, once again, from all the devotees of Monday this morning, we want to say humble Sitaram from the temple, from Monday to your home. And God blessings to each and every one of you as you continue to look upon us. And just bear in mind that the temple is now open full again so that you can come back to temple. For the ones who really need to come to temple, please do so, because the temple misses you as well as the temple needs you. And for each and every one celebrating in whatever shape and form you are contributing to